So today we will see the targeted drug delivery system. It includes introduction, ideal characteristics, advantage, disadvantages, carriers or markers, and strategies of drug targeting and types of targeted drug delivery system. Okay, now start with the first introduction. So targeted drug system is a special form of drug delivery systems where the medicament is selectively targeted or delivered only to its site of action or only the site where the absorption takes place, right? And it will not carried to the non-targeted organs or tissue or the cell. It is a method of delivering medication to a patient in a manner that increases the concentration of the medication in some part of the body compared to the others. Okay, so the targeted drug delivery seeks to concentrate the medication into the tissue of interest only, right, and reduce its concentration into the remaining tissue, and it improves efficacy and it reduces the side effects. Drug may be delivered to the capillary bed of the active sites. The drug may be delivered to the where it is delivered, it is delivered to the capillary bed of the active sites. Second, to the specific type of cell, even intracellular cell also, right? Example, tumor cells, but not to normal cells. Also to a specific organ tissue. How? To by complexation with the carrier that recognize the targets. And the objective of targeting is to achieve a desired pharmacological response at the selected sites without undesirable interaction with the other sites, right? So that drug has specific action with minimum side effects and better therapeutic index. Okay, so this is the main objective of drug targeting in cancer chemotherapy and enzyme replacement therapy. The reason for drug targeting is in the treatment or prevention or the diseases. Pharmaceutical drug instability in conventional dosage form include solubility, biopharmaceutical absorptions. These are the reason why targeting is required. Sometimes there is a high membrane bounding, biological instability, pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic short half-life. It has large volume of distribution with low specificity and low therapeutic index, right? So the drug is having this type of problem or instability, and that's why it requires drug targeting. Now what should be the ideal characteristics of targeting? So it should be non-toxic, biocompatible and biodegradable, and physicochemically stable in vitro as well as in vivo. Okay, it restricts the drug distribution to target cells or tissue or organs, and it has uniform capillary distribution, controllable and predicate the rate of drug release. Drug release does not affect the drug action. Okay, therapeutic amount of drug is released. It should release therapeutic amount of the drug. Minimal drug leakage during transit. Carrier used must be biodegradable or readily eliminated from the body without any problem, or no carrier induced modulation of the disease state should be there. Okay, the preparation of the delivery system should be easy and reasonably simple, productive and cost effective. Advantages of the system is targeting is drug administration protocol may be simplified. Toxicity is reduced by delivering a drug to its target site, thereby reducing the harmful systemic effects. Drug can be administered in a smaller dose to produce desired effect, right? So we can reduce the amount of dose used, and then we can minimize the toxic effects also. Okay, and avoid hepatic first pass metabolism. Enhancement of drug absorption of the drug targeted molecules such as peptides and particulates. Dose is less compared to conventional drug delivery, so there is less toxic effects again. No peaks and valleys, no fluctuation in the concentration is observed. The selective targeting to infection cells that compares to the normal cell, right? So we can target to the selective cells only. Okay. Now disadvantages. Very important disadvantage: rapid clearance of the targeted systems. Sometimes it happens that there is immune reactions when you are going to give the drug targeting to the IV route, then it causes immune reactions and it can wash out through RES system. Okay. And sometimes it happens that insufficient localization of target into tissue cells, right? The dose sufficiently required is not targeted, so it is called as insufficient localization of the targeted system. Diffusion and redistribution of released drugs require highly sophisticated technology for formulation, require skill for manufacturing, storage, and administration. Drug deposition at the target site may produce toxic symptoms. This is again one of the disadvantage. Difficult to maintain stability of dosage forms. Okay, it is very difficult to maintain its stability. An example of stability problem is when you are going to prepare resealed erythrocytes, then it has to be stored at 4 degree. Right? If you are not going to do, then it leads to instability. The drug loading is low. As in micelle, there is difficult to predict and fix the dosage regimen. Okay. Now carriers or markers used for targeting. The targeted drug delivery system is achieved by using carrier system, right? It requires specific carrier for targeting to the specific site. Now what are the carriers? So it is a molecule or system required for effective transportation of loaded drug. Where we are going to target? So into the pre-selected sites. What we are going to target? Then it is the transportation of the loaded drugs, like carrier with the loaded drugs, and it is targeted to the pre-selected sites. They are engineered vector which retain drug inside or on them either by encapsulation and by spacer moiety, and there is a presence of spacer between carrier and drug for easy bounding. Okay, and it delivered the drug into vicinity of the target cells. Okay, now what are the pharmaceutical carriers? Polymers, microcapsules, microparticles, lipoproteins, liposomes, and micelle. Strategy for drug targeting: active, passive, double targeting, dual targeting, combination, and inverse. Now in case of passive targeting, the drug delivery systems which are targeted to the systemic circulation, those targeting system which directly targeted to systemic circulation are called as passive delivery. In this technique, the drug targeting occurs because of body's natural response, or you can say because of physicochemical characteristics of drug and carrier. Okay, it is called as passive targeting. In case of inverse, in this type of targeting, attempts are made to avoid passive uptake of your carrier by RES system. Hence, it is called as inverse targeting. Now, how you can achieve inverse targeting? So, it can be achieved by RES system. Normal, what they are going to do is they suppress RES system. First, we have to do the suppression of RES system by injecting large amount of blank without drug loaded carrier, right? So which is acted upon RES system, and then with lot of blank carriers it leads to the saturation of RES system. Saturation functionality of RES system becomes saturated. Okay, then there is suppression of the defense mechanism, and then we are going to target our effective approach. Then we are going to target our carrier which is loaded with the drug to non-RES organ, and this is called as inverse targeting. Okay. Now next is active targeting. In this approach, carrier system bearings drug or carrier containing drug, it reaches to the specific site on the basis of modification made on its surface, right, rather than regular uptake by RES system. There is no role of RES system in active targeting, and they are based on their surface modification, right. Targeting is based on its surface modification, and the surface modification technique includes coating of the surface with either bioadhesive, non-ionic surfactants or antibodies or PGs, all right. So in case of active, there are three types of active targeting: first order targeting, second order targeting, and third order targeting. Okay. If it is first order, it is called as organ compartmentalization. Second order, it is called as cellular targeting, and third order targeting is called as intracellular targeting. Okay, and the fourth one is called as ligand mediated targeting. It is achieved using specific mechanisms such as receptor dependent uptake of natural LDL particles and synthetic lipid microemulsion of partially reconstituted LDL coated with the apoproteins. Okay, so we are going to use ligand for targeting. Okay, suppose for the uptake of natural LDL particles and synthetic lipid microemulsion, we are going to coat it with apoproteins, that is, it will act as a ligand. Next is physical targeting. In this type of targeting, some characteristics of environment changes like pH, temperature, light intensity, electric field, ionic strength, small and even specific stimuli like glucose concentration are used to localize a drug carrier to predetermined site. Okay. Now this approach was found for tumor targeting as well as systolic delivery of entrapped drug or genetic material. Dual targeting. In this targeting approach, carrier molecule itself have its own therapeutic effect. Carrier also is having therapeutic activity and drug is also having therapeutic activity. So both will give you increase in the therapeutic activity of the drug, and it is called as dual targeting. For example, carrier molecule having its own antiviral activity and which is again loaded with antiviral drug. So net effect is synergistic effect of the viral killing. Okay, so this is called as dual targeting. Double targeting, it includes spatial and temporal technology or methodology are combined to target a carrier, and then this is targeting is called as double targeting. मतलब spatial placement relates to targeting to specific organs, tissue or cells, while temporal refers to the controlling the rate, controlling भी करे and it leads to the targeting as well as controlling. It is called as double targeting. Okay, so these are called as approaches for targeting, right? Advantage, disadvantages, application, and what are the different approaches or methods used for drug targeting. Okay, so here we are going to finish our approaches for drug targeting, right? And next we will see the different types of carriers for targeting.